Hi. So welcome to this special session. And this question you have already seen in front of you. And if you haven't solved it yet, you still have got time. I'm just getting aside. There are 6 questions which follow this information in the further slides that will show you afterwards. But right now, if you haven't tried it, if you wish to give it a try once again, you have got time. I'm just getting aside. And on a reverse count of 5, you are to take a screenshot or pause your video, whatever way you are convenient. And your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I'm back here. So let's give it a try now. So basically in CAT, you get questions in which you are to create a lot of cases, right? There could be multiple case works, and that would be indicated by the questions as well and their options basically, that whether there is going to be only one possible case finally, or there can be more than one cases also. Fine. So let's first give it a read, and then we shall see the questions also before starting our solution part. Fine. Okay. Let's read together. It says, 8 students A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H were standing in a single line, one behind another. Okay, that's clearly mentioned. So one after another. Ek ke piche ek khade, right? So, and of course, one behind, when we are using terms, they are seeing in the same direction also. Okay? That should not matter, I guess. So, though not necessarily in that order, now each student initially had either 1 or 2 trophies. Okay, so each of these 8 students initially they had 1 or 2 trophies. So एक या 2 trophy ही है सबके पास initially, and all of the same color. Okay, सारी same color की भी है. If it is one trophy only, तो जो भी color हो वही color होने वाला है. If they are having 2 trophies, in that case both trophies must be of same color. Don't miss this basic informations, right? Okay, now which was either orange or yellow. Okay, color has also been mentioned, that is orange or yellow. So we can write in short O and Y only. Fine. So, okay. So what could be the initial composition of the trophies with these 8 students? It could be single trophy, then it could be orange only, O, or it could be, if it is single trophy, it could be Y only, yellow, or if the student is having 2 trophies, so both might be orange or both might be yellow. Fine. So these are the 4 possible combinations which any student can have initially. Fine. That's what we have read so far. Let's move further. Their teacher Astha distributed a certain number of red trophies. Okay, so extra red trophies are being distributed by the teacher Astha there to each student. Okay, so everyone is going to receive something based on the number and color of trophies they originally had according to the following rules. Okay, so everyone, each student is going to get certain number of red trophies based on the following rules, whatever has been discussed further. And so that means their number of trophies are going to be increased, right? Initially, everyone had at least 1 or 2, and exactly 1 or 2, right? And now they are also going to get something. So, okay, that's the thing has been mentioned so far. Now it says, what are the rules? If a student had both the same number and same color of trophies as the students immediately behind, Astha gave them 3 red trophies. It's a bit confusing. We need to read again. Okay, but anyway, so if this condition is met, then the student gets 3 trophies. If student had the same number but different color, and as the student standing immediately behind, so this is the same situation. So students immediately standing behind, right? So we are comparing every student with the student who is standing immediately behind. So what is the number of trophies with the student at the behind? So based on that, Astha is giving them trophies. In the previous case, it was 3 red trophies. Now it is 2 red trophies. Now if a student had the same color but different number, and the student standing immediately behind him, so Astha gave him 1 red trophy. Okay. And in all other cases, that is including the student standing at the end of the queue, Astha gave 4 red trophies. Okay, that means Astha is giving 1, 2, 3 or 4 red trophies to each of the students. Okay, na? Based on these different criteria, then we shall have to read once again, no problem. What else is given? After receiving the red trophies, the total number of trophies with the students A to H became 2, 4, 5, 2, 5, 4, 6, 3 respectively. That is a very nice word, isn't it? That's a very nice word. That means we got to know the exact number of total trophies finally the students are having, which includes the initial trophies plus the trophies given by Astha, right? So finally, whatever they are having, so that has been mentioned in that order, right, respectively. Now, following facts are also known. So that is something about their distribution. Okay, so before reading all these things, we have to read, of course, once again. So we need to draw it, right? How to plot it? So the simple mechanism is that we can write the order, right? We can write the order. Now, which person would be standing at which place, that we don't know right now. That is the part of identification. So what columns we are going to make? So we are going to write the orders, then we can have the names, and we can have the initial trophies which they must be having. And after that, the number of red trophies they have received from the teacher Astha, and then the total trophies, that's it, right? Okay, and total trophies are already known to us, but by the way, it is not in the order in which they are standing. It is as per the person. Okay, so let's move to the next slide where we can draw the question, draw the situation. By the way, we have 6 questions. We shall see them afterwards. Little bit. Let's do some exercise. So what should I start with? I think as we talked this earlier, so we can have the order in which they are standing. Let's say first position, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. I'm like writing in that order: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So there is an order in which these students are standing. And as I mentioned, so first we are going to write the name of the person. Okay, na? So let me make a column here. So this column is for the name of the person. So name, we know that they are varying from A to H. And after that, we are going to have initial trophies which they are having. So we know that they are having either 1 or 2 trophies, and that is again either yellow or orange. So yellow or orange, we knew the combinations, we are going to write that. Okay, na? That will give us an indication what is happening. Now, number of red trophies received by the students, so that we can mention here. And finally, we can have the total trophies with the student finally. Okay, so that is the information we need to put. So that's it. Whatever cases would be there, that we will see. But how red trophies are being distributed, we should mention that as well. So let's get back to the thing. See, we have seen that the number of red trophies received by every student is based on the number of trophies with the student behind that person, right? And what is the criteria? So whether number of trophies are same or different with the student behind him, or color of the trophies is same or different from the students behind him, right? So basically there are 2 criteria: number of trophies and color of the trophies. So number and color. So let me make a table. So number of trophies could be same or different, isn't it? Now same way we can make a grid like this. That would make the thing much simpler to understand. So second criteria was color of trophies, right? Color of trophies. So again, same conditions. So it could be same or different, right? So nothing else is possible. So number of trophies are same and color of trophies also same. Then how many the child is receiving and so on. So let's get back and see what is happening there. How are distributing. The first case told if student had same number, right? Same number but different color. Okay, na? Are you getting that point? So same number but different color with whom? With the student standing immediately behind. That is a common thing in every case. So number same, color different, 2 trophies. Okay? Number same, color different. Let me check. Number same, color different. This one, so this is 2 red trophies. So in this case, that particular child would be receiving 2 red trophies. Okay? Don't miss this part. It is same and different. This is regarding color. This is regarding numbers. So number same and number different. So in this case, when number is same, color is different. So the child is receiving 2 red trophies. Second case, now we have read this. We will not see it again. If a student had the same color and different number, okay, same color but different number, so iska ulta ho gaya, right? Same color, different number. In that case, 1 trophy, 1 red trophy. So same color, different number. Same color, different number, same color same and number different. So here it is 1. So this is diagonally opposite. Let's move further. Now next case, the third one is koi case miss ho gaya. There was one more case, no? Oh, we had missed the first case here. We had missed the first part here. So it says if a student had both the same number and same color, okay, same number and same color, in that case, Astha gave 3 red trophies. Okay, so this is the first point there. Same number and same color, 3 red trophies. Let me see. Same number, same color. Same number, same color be same, then 3 red trophies. In all of the cases, 4. That's it. Right? So all the 4 points we have mentioned clearly here. So whenever we have to put the values, we can easily refer to that table. Okay? That is a simple way to denote this. Let's move further. What is happening? So these 4 points we have noted down. So no need to see and no need to get confused by them. So that is done. So yeah, 1, 2, 3 and this one more. So all these 4 points are done. Okay, so previous part already we have done. There is no problem with that. So everyone is having 1 or 2 trophies and they are same color. Okay, okay. Let's move to these points now, right? Let's move to these points. So it says after receiving the red trophies, the total number of trophies with students A to H became, yes, let's mention these values also. They are fixed for all the cases, whatever we need to make. So it is 245, 254, 63. So, and that is respectively for A to H. So 245, 254, 63. Let me write 245, 254, 63. 245, 254. I'm writing it here. 245, 254, 63. Let's check once again. We may not have done any mistake. 245, 254, 63. So 245, 254, 63. Perfectly fine. A to H. So let me write that. So this is for A. Let's write here only. This is for A. This is for B. This is for C. This is D. This is E, F, G, H. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Let's see one more thing. Before I read further points, we had already talked about this. Let me use different color so as not to mix the things. White use kar lete hain. So everyone had initially 1 or 2 trophies, right? So this person A finally is having 2 trophies. So initially it must have 1 initially, because after that also it is going to receive from her teacher either 1, 2, 3 or 4. So this 2 certainly must be 1 plus 1, right? Initially the child must have 1 trophy and must have received 1 trophy from her teacher. And why 1 trophy? So based on that we can deduce कि इसके पीछे वाला जो person है उसके पास trophies कैसी रही होंगी with respect to this student, right? Okay, same anything else we can do. So 2 D is also having 2, so this also must be 1 plus 1, no doubt about that, right? And what about this 6? So 6 certainly must be 2 plus 4. There is no other combination possible, because if this child G had initially 1 trophy, so he could not have received 5 trophies to make up total 6, right? So this is only possible when initially this child must have 2 trophies, and then suddenly the child must have received 4 trophies from the teacher. Okay, in all other cases there could be various possibilities, right? So yes, it is possible the child may have 1 trophy initially and have received 2, or maybe the child had 2 trophies initially and received 1, and so on. So in all the cases we can see various possibilities they are there. So let's leave that for the time being, but this part is confirmed. Okay, so I think we are in a position to move further, and let's see what is given, and after that we shall have a look at the questions before proceeding with the different cases, right? Okay, so till this point we have done, and that information also we have noted down. So let me take this point as well. So we are just left to read these 4 points and proceed further. Let's see. First point says the combined total number of trophies with the students in 4th and 7th position was 7. Okay, so 4th or 7th order jo tha, position to tha, their total sum, right? Total combined total number of trophies for these 2 persons is 7. Okay, let me write that. 4th and 7th, right? So 4th and 7th, this one. So 4th and 7th. So their sum is 7. Okay, their sum is 7. Their total sum is 7. So total sum 7 kaise ban sakta hai? There could be various possibilities. If you see the total values, so it may be 2 plus 5 also, 3 plus 4 also, or 4 plus 3 or 5 plus 2. 6 plus 1 is not possible. So there are 4 possibilities I am seeing right now, right? 2 5 का combination हो सकता है और 3 4 का combination हो सकता है, right? Okay, so let's keep it pending. That's the casework. One of the area where we can have different cases. So next is B was the third. By the way, we have mentioned this point, so no need to read this point again. We have mentioned it there. Now B was the third student in the queue. That is a direct statement. Very nice kind of statement. सारी statement ऐसे देते थे भाई, but अभी ऐसा नहीं है. So B was the third student in the queue and received exactly 2 red trophies. Okay, that's a very nice sentence. We can safely put it there. So B was third student and received 2 red trophies. Let me mention. So B was the third student. B was the third student. So the name of the student is B, and he received exactly 2 red trophies. So 2 red trophies are received. By the way, we know that B had finally how much trophies? 4, right? The total trophies with B is 4. So it certainly means that B had initially 2 trophies. B must have initially 2 trophies, isn't it? That's why the total sum is going to be 4. Now, which 2 trophies are there? So they are going to be of same color, of course. So both are going to be orange or both are going to be yellow, right? Now, which is that? Right now, we don't know, but it is for sure that B had initially 2 trophies. So this is basically is the combination. It is basically nothing but 2 plus 2 that we have identified, and we have put the value. We have got this place position also. So I'm taking it. So no need to see it again. So that part is done basically. Okay. So by the way, he had received 2 red trophies. 2 trophies कब मिलने वाली थी? Then number of trophies are same but color is different, right? Number same but color different. तो number same का मतलब the student behind B must have 2 trophies, right? But color would be different. Color would be different for these two persons, isn't it? Color would be different. So what color is that? That we don't know right now. So, but both are having different colors, but both are having two trophies initially. Okay. And by the way, this is a person having this in the combination of 7. So this will help us to make the different cases. So as we were talking about, the 7 combination could be possible for 4 cases: 2 plus 5, 3 plus 4, 4 plus 3, 5 plus 2. But 2 plus 5 is not possible. Why? Because if this person had 2 trophies initially, so certainly he is going to receive at least 1 trophy. So it could not be 2 plus 5. So 2 plus 5 is negated. 3 plus 4, is that possible? So if it is 3 plus 4, in that case, this person must have received 1 trophy. Then it could be 3, right? Then it could be 3. So will that be possible? तो अगर यहाँ पे 1 trophy मिले, ऐसा कब होगा? That would be possible when number of trophies are different but color is same. तो यानी पीछे वाले के पास 1 trophy रही हो, that may be possible. That we need to check. Right now I don't know, but maybe basically still many cases are possible. Let's read further. So that information we have filled so far. So basically in that point we were discussing. So in this point, this sentence we have exactly filled, and based on that, it had give a certain direction. Let's move further. Also, H was not standing immediately behind B. Okay, so H was not standing. That is a negative statement here. H was not standing immediately behind B. So let me mention that. So H was not standing immediately behind B. So at this position, it is not H. Let me mention here. So this is not H. Right? So at 4th position, H can't be there because H is not immediately behind B. So H can't be at the 4th position. And by the way, H was the only person with 3, right? You're talking about this to be 3. So 3 is also negated now with this information because this is not H. So this total can't be 3. So basically 2-5 combination was negated. 3-4 combination is also negated. Now I have only 2 more possibilities. That is 4-3 and 5-2. Are you getting that? Yes, these are the 2 cases. Let me mention that whatever we have discussed. So why not put it here? So now 2 possibilities we can see: 4-3, that could be a possible arrangement, or maybe 5-2, right? So far these 2 possibilities are remaining. Other 2 possibilities have already been negated. Or the possibilities थी क्या? Just इसका reverse. So 2-5 was not possible because 2 is already here, and 3-4 is again not possible because 3 wala there is only one person, that is H, and which is not seated just behind B. Okay? So now these are the 2 possibilities we need to check. But before that, let's read the further points as well. So this point also we have mentioned. So let me cancel that one also. Basically, we can check it also. 3rd point, it says G stood immediately in front of D. Okay, so G stood immediately in front of D. So G के बिल्कुल पीछे D बैठा है, right? G stood immediately in front of D. G and D are in that order, and B had at least 1 yellow trophy. That's very nice statement again. So B had at least 1 yellow trophy. बाबा B के पास होनी तो सारी same color की ही है ना. So whatever 1 or 2 trophies are there, they are going to give same color, and color is mentioned here that B had at least 1 yellow trophy. So the color with B is certainly yellow, right? So B के पास yellow है, and G stood immediately in front of D. So G and D are in that order, in adjacent positions. G stood immediately in front of D. Let me mention both things. So G and D are in that pair. So let me write like this. So G is standing in front of D. It's like that. They are in that order exactly. So we can check this also, but let me write the color of B first. So we have already mentioned B, and B is having yellow trophies, and there are 2 trophies that we have already known. So this is yellow and this is yellow. And if you remember, so this person is certainly going to have 2 trophies but of different color. If you forgot, let's check once again. How did this B got 2 trophies? So 2 trophies a person is going to receive. It is if it is having same number of trophies as the person behind him but of different color, right? So same number of trophies, that is 2, but of different color. That means both of these trophies must be of orange color. Is that clear? Certainly, why not? Okay, so that information we have put. And regarding G and D, we have got to know that G is stood in front of, immediately in front of D. So what is the total of G? G is having total 6, right? And for 6, it was, we had already decided it is 2 plus 4. So this combination is certainly 2 plus 4. Acha, how a person is going to receive 4 trophies? So 4 trophies to tabhi aane wali hai when color is different and number of trophies is also different. And D also had 1 plus 1. Arey baba, D is 1 plus 1. तो नंबर ऑफ ट्रॉफीज तो डिफरेंट दिख ही रहा है, कलर भी डिफरेंट होना चाहिए. And why D is getting one trophy? It confirms that D can't be at the last position because the last person in the queue is going to get 4 trophies. That was mentioned, right? So D is certainly not at the last position. So D के पीछे भी कोई ना कोई होगा. Can we identify something about that? Yes. D is receiving one red trophy. That is possible when the person is having different number of trophies but color same. Different number, that means the person after D must be having 2 trophies initially. And how many that person is receiving, that we don't know. Of course, it can't be 4. So that confirms that it also can't be at the last. And this person also can't be at the last. So we are getting certain idea regarding this part. Okay, na? So this information is yet to be filled, and we know that this person is not the last position. This is not the last position. Okay, so that's what we have discussed so far. Let's read further some more points, and after that we shall see how to proceed. So this third point we have read and discussed entirely. Let's move to the last point now. It says E was neither adjacent to H nor in 4th position. Okay, it's talking about E now. E H का पड़ोसी नहीं है, and E is neither in the 4th position nor in the 4th position also. Let's mention that as well. So E is not in 4th position. Okay, this is the 4th position, so E is not here. This can't be E. And also it is mentioned that E and H don't go together. Right? E and H don't go together. That is also not possible. Okay, so that was the thing mentioned in that last point. So we have read all the points very carefully. No need to come back to this slide now, right? Entire thing is here in front of us, and certainly we can see that this is going to be a lengthy casework, right? We need to do the different casework, but whatever we can do, that we shall see. So these are the all things we have seen so far, and we can start putting the things. So regarding E and H, we can see, so here we are talking about 4 or 5, right? So 5 is possible for 2 persons here. So one of them is E. E has already been negated. E can't be at this place. So if you are talking about 5, then it could be C, right? It could be C. That is the one thing we can check. But regarding this G and D also, we have seen the G and D, and after D there is certainly one more person, and whom we have identified, it can't be at the last person. Why it can't be last? Because the last person had to receive 4 trophies, then this 2 plus 4 would have been 6, but there's only one person with 6, which is the G already, right? So this is not at the last. So G, D and somebody, they should leave this position. So could it be G, D and this person? Maybe. G, D and some other person, maybe that is also a possibility. G, D, this can't be G because G is having 6, so this can't be G. So for G, D and this person, I'm seeing 2 options here, 2 possibilities here. Either it could be 1, 2, 3. Either they could be at the first, second and third positions, right? First, second and third positions. These 3 persons can be accommodated, can be put here, can be adjusted here. This can't be starting from 4. 3 is already occupied, by the way. So it can't start with 4 as well, because 4 is not having 6, right? So 5, 6, 7 is the only other possibility. So I can see these 2 possibilities for this combination. What do you say? Isn't it? So we can see just these 2 possibilities for these combinations. I think we can start with that casework only. Isn't it? That would be the easier way, because that's what we have analyzed thoroughly. And what else regarding E and H also? So what we can say? यहाँ पर ये 3, 2 या 5, 2. अच्छा, यहाँ पे 2 वाला कौन बचा है? Let's check out. 2 वाला one person is D only. If you are talking about that case, 2 wale we had A and D. So D is here, and what about A? A is still pending. If I take this 5, 6, 7 case, let's say, if I take this 5, 6, 7 case, so 7 wala person 2 to nahi hoga, right? So it could be 3 in that case. We can go accordingly. Okay, before checking these cases, let's check the questions, as I was telling you, that is there going to be only one case, or we need to check both the cases, right? That will give some hint. So first question says, what best can be said about the total number of trophies that Astha gave? That means the number of red trophies being distributed, right? Now we can see the options. So 17, 18, 19, 18 or 19. Now it is suggesting that 2 possible cases may be there, right? So we are not sure. So yes, we need to check the cases, right? Let's see the next question also. Which of the following best describes the trophies that E had with him initially? Now you can see there is only fixed answer, right? So that means for E, certainly we are going to have exactly fixed case. So maybe if there are more than one cases, even then also. So for E, we should have the fixed values, right? And like that only. Who is standing immediately in front of H? So in terms of order also, H or H के साथ जो भी person उसके immediately front में है, that is also going to be fixed, whether even if there are multiple cases. I hope you're getting that. So that is the way we need to check from the questions as well. Here also, which of the following can be the toffees that C had with him after Astha gave him red toffees? So one yellow toffee, this. So what is the final thing with C? And again, we are having the options 2 or 3, 1, 2 or 3, only 3, 2 or 4. So this is quite a bit confusing. We can see that this is again a question which suggests that there could be multiple options, multiple cases possible, right? And in the next question is the theta question. What is the total number of toffees? That means there must be a fixed answer. There can't be multiple answers in the theta question, right? So, and this is the last, I guess. What is the difference between the total number of yellow toffees and the total number of orange toffees with all the students combined? So, it's again a fixed question. So, basically, there are few questions which suggest that there could be more than one possible case. But even if we have figured out one case, we can certainly answer the remaining questions, right? So I hope you are getting an idea how to approach a set in the examination. It's certainly a good set. Now let's start with the cases. I think we can go with this casework only. So regarding this GD and this person, okay, and then we can have that combination as well. So let me start with 5, 6, 7 first, right? I am starting with 5, 6, 7, and I'm using the color blue. I'm using the color blue for that because in case if it doesn't work, then we will move to the next case, right? So first I'm putting this GD and this person at the 5, 6, 7 position. Okay, so at this 5 position, I'm putting G, and then next I'm putting D, and this is the next person. This is having initially 2 toffees. Which color I don't know right now. This person is having only 1 toffee initially, and this G is having initially 2 toffees. G has received 4 toffees, so total comes out to be 6. Fine. And what else? What else? What else? So this person has received 1 red toffee, so total it becomes 2. And this person has received how many? I don't know. Of course, it can't be 0. So this 2 is not possible. So certainly this must be 3 in this case. This must be 3 in this case. I'm ticking this. And if it is 3, then this must be 4. If this is 4, in that case, it must be 2. Right? So we are getting all the clues simplified. I hope it is okay. So we are talking about this case now. Let's see what is going to happen. Let's see whether it satisfies or not. Let's try to do it quickly. So, starting with this case, let's try to identify the colors as well. So this person, whoever is this, I don't know. This person received 2 toffees, so it was possible it had same number of toffees as person behind him, but different color. So that means this color must be yellow. Okay? Now, this person had received 4 toffees. It was possible only when the number of toffees are different. That is, of course, we have done already. But color should also be different. That means this color must be orange. Right? Now, this person received 1 toffee. So it is possible when the number of toffees with the person behind him must be different. That means the person behind him is having 2 toffees. But color must be same. That means this person must have 2 orange toffees initially. I hope you are following it very easily. Right? Okay. So till this point we are done. So here also we have seen this 4 and 3. That combination makes up to 7. That's okay. So let's check from this information we were having. E and H both can't be here, so they could be somewhere else. And by the way, this is 3, and with 3 there is only one person, that is H. So certainly this person must be H, isn't it? So this is a possibility. Don't be confused about that. We are just talking about this possibility. We have started this case. Kya hua bhai? Okay, it's working. Okay, this must be H because 3 wala to keval H hi hai na, right? So H means this person must have received 1 red toffee, and 1 red toffee kab receive hone wala tha? When the person behind is having different number of toffees but same color. So different number of toffees, so ye 2 hai to uske paas 1 ho, but same color, that means same orange toffee. And of course, the last person is going to receive 4 toffees, that we already knew. So this person must total have 5 toffees, and 5 toffees total is with only 1 person, 2 persons, E and C, but it can't be E. We have seen that E and H can't go hand in hand. So this can't be E, so this has to be C, right? So this person at the last must be C. And what we are left with now? Let's see what we are left with now. So 4 वाले कितने लोग हैं? अरे बाबा 4 वाले भी 2 ही लोग हैं ना? So B has already been identified here. So the another person with 4 total toffees is certainly F. This person is certainly F, right? So in this case, we have filled so far very quickly, and we are left with 2 positions now. Who are these 2 persons? Let me see. A is remaining, right? A is remaining. Let me write here. A is remaining. A is having total 2 and basically 1 plus 1 combination. So total 2. and who is left? A, B, C, D, E is remaining. E is having total 5. तो E के पास क्या combination था मुझे मालूम नहीं है, but total he is having 5. Okay, so let's see how that can be put here. Basically, all of the conditions have been followed so far. E and H are not together. Certainly, E is going to be somewhere else. And in this fourth position, H and E are not here. This combination 7 has also been matched, 4 and 3. Okay. So now we need to put A and E here somehow. So how this person can receive 5? So 5 के लिए इसको let's see here. Can I put A here? Can I put A here? So can I put A here? Let's try. Let's try. I'm just using yellow color for that. Yeah, red use कर लेते हैं. Red use कर लेते हैं. Can I put A here? Let's try. If I put A here, that means this person must have initially 1 toffee and he must have received 1 red toffee. That total makes it 2. ठीक है ना? But now how a person gets 1 toffee when number of trophies is different from the person behind? That's okay, 1 and 2. But color must have been same. That means this person's trophies, initial trophies must have of same color, that is yellow. Okay, that's fine, no problem. So in that case, this must be E. That must be E. So and E is having total trophies of 5. So what would be the case here? So 5 is possible. यहाँ पर तो उसे initially the person is going to have 1 or 2 trophies, right? अगर 1 है तो 4 trophies मिलनी चाहिए थी. 4 trophies कब मिलती हैं? When number of trophies are different. But 1 के केस में तो number of trophies same हो जाएगा. तो 1 for combination is not valid, right? Now another combination 2, 3. तो 2, 3, 3 कब मिलती हैं? When number of trophies are same. But 2 trophies में तो number of trophies are not same. That means this arrangement is not feasible. So this is invalid case. So it is not possible. So let me erase this red part. So this is certainly invalid. So let's try the other order. All right, let's try the other order. I'm continuing the same blue color. So A can't be here. So A must be here and E must be here. Let's see whether it works or not. So A initially had 1 toffee. He received 1 red toffee and total became 2. And when it is possible, so when A received 1 toffee, it is only possible when number of trophies is different from the person behind him. That means the person behind him, that is E, must have initially 2 trophies. So because total of E is 5, that we already knew, right? Total of E is 5, that we already knew. So it confirms that he must have received 3 trophies here. So ऐसा कैसे होगा? 1 वाले के अंदर या 3 वाले से देखते हैं. So 3 कब trophies मिलनी थी? When number of trophies is same with the person behind, that's okay, 2, 2. And color also must be same. That means these 2 trophies must be of yellow color. These 2 trophies must be of yellow color. And now let's check this one part. So 1 कब मिलनी थी? Number of trophies तो different हो गया है. That's okay, 1 and 2. But color must have been same, right? So color must have been same. That means this color must have been same with the person behind. That is, it must be yellow. Wonderful. So all the things have settled down, right? Settled down. We started with this first case of 5, 6, 7, and it works. And it works. Okay? So these are the positions of these 3 persons. Now there's one more possibility left which we could check. That is, we can put these 2 persons in the first, second, and third position. So should we check the answers first or should we continue with this? Let's continue. Let's make the cases. By the way, you can easily check the answers. And as we discussed earlier, so except the 2 questions where we could have the confusion, multiple choices, multiple cases may be there, but other questions can certainly be answered. Let's do that. Why to waste time? So first question said, what best can be said about the total number of trophies that Astha gave? That is red trophies. So let's check out kitna aata hai. If it is nothing of 18 or 19, then we will get the answer now, right? That's the idea here. So 3 plus 1 plus 3, 4, 4 and 2, 6, 6 and 2, 8, 8 and 4, 12, 12 and 2 is 12 and 2 is 14, 14 and 4, 18. So 17 is not the answer, 19 is not the answer. So it could be 18 or 18 or 19, right? So we can't answer this question for sure, as we discussed earlier. We need to check the other case also to be confirmed whether it is valid or not. But let's see, can we answer this one? Which of the following best describes the trophies that E had with him initially? E के पास initially कितनी trophies थी? Let's check. So E के पास initially तो certainly एक ही answer आने वाला है, तो it must be 2 only, right? So answer to this question certainly we can do. This must be 2. अरे मैंने देखा नहीं which 2? It is 2 yellow trophies, right? E had 2 yellow trophies. So 2 yellow trophies. So there are no multiple options like that ki this or that. So it is confirmed that this question must certainly have this answer. Okay, moving further. Who is standing immediately in front of H? H के तुरंत पहले कौन है? Okay, H के तुरंत पहले कौन है? So it is certainly D, right? We can see here it is certainly D. So for the third question, answer must be option C. That is D. ठीक है? Let's move further. Which of the following can be the trophies that C had? So again, we can have multiples. So I'm not seeing this question. Leave that. Should we check? I don't wish to do it right now. We'll see afterwards. What is the total number of trophies with the first 4 persons in the queue before Astha gave them red trophies? Okay, so we need to find out what is the total number of trophies with the first 4 persons. Here it is not mentioned if can't be determined, right 0. So it's a fixed answer. So let's tackle this also. Otherwise, in certain theta questions, it has been mentioned there that if multiple cases are possible or if it can't be determined, write 0, which is missing here. So I wish to take benefit of that. But let's give it a benefit of doubt. Maybe they haven't typed that, but this could be a possibility in actual CAT, right? So it mentions that you write 0 if it can't be determined, right? So if there are multiple cases, in that case, you can't determine what will be that difference or what will be that total value, right? So leave this question for the time being until we check the other case also, and same thing would be here as well. Okay, let's move back. Let's move back now. So let's check the other case as well, right? We have just one more case. Let's do it, and I think we should do it separately. Okay, not in the same table. Let's make another table quickly. जल्दी से करते हैं. So I'm drawing it here only. I think that will work. So I'm writing. इसके नीचे तो आ जाएगा क्या? इसको हटा के मैं कहाँ बनाए? यही बना लेते हैं. थोड़ा छोटा कर लेते हैं. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the 8 positions. Fine, these are the 8 positions, and first we are writing the names. So names, and after that I'm going to write the initial trophies with the persons, the red trophies received, and finally the total. Okay. The values which we had already filled in this orange color, let me put that. So we had already identified this at third position, it is B, who is having 2 yellow trophies initially, and the person behind is also having 2, and that is also orange, that has also been identified exactly. This is 2 and 4. This is 2 and 4. Fine. And what else? What else? That was the only part we had put in yellow, and further part we can refer to that part as well. Now the other case which we wanted to try was this 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. That means this G, D, and the other person must be at first, second, third position. So let me use, which color should I use? I am using white now. Okay, so as not to mix up. So this was the fixed things which we have already identified. Now we are checking this case when these 3 persons at first, second, and third position. So this is first position, that is G, then second position D, and third position we are naming this person to be B. Okay, that's okay. It could be that because it is matching at least a bit criteria here. So and now G, we know he had 2 trophies initially, and he received 4, and D had 1 trophy initially and had received 1 red, right? So total for G is 6 and total for D is 2. Okay, so we are checking this 1, 2, 3 case now. Let's see whether it works or not. Okay, so can we identify what should be, why D is receiving 1? So 1 trophy is to be received when the number of trophy is different with the person behind, that's okay. And but color must be same, and this color is yellow, so this also must be yellow. Color must be same, right? Now, why G is receiving 4 trophies? That was possible. When number of trophies are different, so that's okay, 4, 2, and 1. But color also must be different. So that means this could not be yellow, this must be orange in that case. ठीक है? Okay, so clear so far. What else now? What next now? So what next part we were to talk about this, that sum of these two must be 7, 4 and 7 position, that sum must be 7. So how that could be possible? So okay, so this could not be E or H. What is possible here? This could not be E or H, that we knew. This could not be E or H here. So 4-3 बनाने का possibility हो सकता था, या here we had 2 possibilities, 4, 5 or 3 and 2, right? These are the 2 possible cases here. So 4 or 5. The 4th and 7th position, that is 3 or 2. By the way, we knew that this last person is going to receive 4 red trophies, right? It is already fixed. This last person is going to receive 4 red trophies. So this value is going to be certainly more than 4. This value is certainly going to be more than 4. So more than 4, we had 5, 5 and 6. 6 is already there. So 5, 5. So one of the 2 persons with 5, 5 must be here, right? One of the 2 persons with 5, 5 must be here. Whether it is C or E. So C or E must be here. तो यहाँ पर कैसे बनेगा वो देखना होगा हमें. So here it is not E or H. E is with 5, H is with 3. तो H तो यहाँ पे सर्टेनली नहीं, H तो टोटल 3 वाला ही है, तो H तो सर्टेनली यहाँ पर नहीं आ सकता है। नाउ wherever H be, H कहीं भी आता है, so if H is not here, if H is here, so E can't be in these two positions. If H is here, so E can't be in these two positions. E can't be here also. Okay, there are still, I can see, multiple situations possible here. So at least we have answered the 3-4 questions. 4 questions we already answered, and except 2 questions. Theta questions also we have left, by the way, for the time being. Let's see. Let's put some values again. I think we need to again make some cases, isn't it? So this is 2, 4, and 5 here. So यहाँ पे इसको क्या बनाए? Why this person is receiving 2 trophies? That we already seen that same number of trophies, but different color, that we have already identified. अब यहाँ पे 4 या 5 कैसे बनेगा? This person must have received 3 or 2. Okay, let's check with some case now. Let's check with 4 first. Let's try with 4 what can be done. I'm using again a case here. I'm using blue. So I'm using first 4 wala case. If it is 4, then this must be 3, right? This must be 3. Then who is having 3? It is H. So it is H. So if it is H, so E can't be at these two positions, right? Because E and H don't go together. E can't be at these two positions. E can't be at 4th position as well. That was also mentioned here. So E certainly must be at the 5th position, right? So right now I'm going with again one case here. If it is 4 and 3, right? If it is 4 and 3, so this must be the situation. So E is here, H is here. E ka total kitna hai? E is total having 5. So this must be 5 in that case. And remember, we talked about this. The last person must have more than 4, because 4 is already the number of trophies he has received. So more than 4, there are only 5, 5, and 6. So 6 is already gone, and this 5 is also gone. So now this person certainly must be C with 5 trophies total. So this must be having 5 trophies total. And so initially he has 1 trophy, and this person must be C. ठीक है? Okay. So now who are we left with? Okay, we are going with this 4-3 case. We are going to check whether it is works or not. So 4-3 तो यहाँ पर एक ही वैल्यू बची है ना? क्या बचा है? So 6 is gone, 5 is gone, 2 5s are gone. Okay, both the 2 5s are gone. 2 4s are gone, and this 3 is gone. So 2 2s are remaining. 1 2 is there. So this also must be 2. This also must be 2. And this 2 वाला एक तो D था. So this person must be A, right? This 2 wala must be A. And for A, we already know the distribution, it is 1 plus 1. So A must have initially 1 trophy and must have received 1 red trophy. Okay? Now 1 red trophy, when a person receives, when the number of trophies of the person behind him is different, that means the person behind must have 2 trophies, must be of same color. So they are certainly must be having 2 trophies. And if it is 2 trophy and we want totally to have 3, so this person also must have received 1 trophy, and that was again possible when the person behind is having different number of trophies. That's certainly valid. So color is still we have to assign, so we can assign same color. That's okay. So it's so far it seems to be matching. Let's see something further. How this E would be having 5 trophies, and who can this part? Which name is remaining? There's only one name remaining, I guess. A, B, C, D, E, F is the only name remaining, right? G, H are there. This must be F, and F total is having 4 trophies. Yes, F is total having 4 trophies. So 2, and this is 2 already. अरे 2 तो लिखना चाहिए था ना. When we started with 4, तो 2 तो लिखना ही चाहिए था. Anyway, so when a person receives 2, so number of trophies is same with the person behind. That this person also must have 2 trophies, and but color must be different. That means it's orange. This must be yellow. This is yellow. The dirty fellow. So this must be 3, right? This must be 3. Then 2 plus 3 would be 5. But 3 would be a situation when number of trophies and color of trophies must be same with the person behind. But it is not, right? So number of trophies is different. So this case is not valid. Which case is not valid? When we started with this blue color, taking this to be 4 and 3. So 4 and 3 is not valid, right? That is confirmed now. Now let's check with the 5 2. And I'm doing it here only. So I'm just removing this blue part. And 4 and 3 is not possible now. That's what we have checked. Okay, I hope you are getting the idea. Okay, let's do it quickly. By the way, at the time of examination, what we are supposed to do at the time of examination, it's better to whatever questions we have done earlier, we should clearly mark them and move to the further test, right? If we have something more to do. But now it is confirmed. I'm erasing this blue part. So this blue case is invalid. This blue case is invalid. So let's quickly move that. And now we know that there's only one further case to be checked. And that is a case when this is not 4, it is 5 here. It is 5 here, and this must be 3 here. It must be 2 here. Okay, let's me do the makeup once again. This part was like this is like this, and this is that. Okay, so I'm again using that white color only because we are continuing with that. So it must be 5 and 2 now. If this case is to be valid, let's verify that one as well. So ये 5 वाला तो एक ही person था ना, 5 वाले अच्छा दो लोग हैं C and E, and this last person also must be have 5 then, that we already seen because this person is having more than 4. This is also having 5. So let me write that 5. 5 का मतलब यहाँ पर एक होनी चाहिए. ये 5 का मतलब यहाँ पर 3 toffees must have been received, and 3 toffees would be received when the number of toffees and colors both are same. So this must be having orange. 2 toffees must be here, right? So this must be 2 red toffees. Badhiya. What next? We are left with whom? We started with the case of E and H, right? E and H don't go together. So this is 5 and 2. So 2 wala, who is the person remaining? 2, we have 2 2s only, right? We have 2 2s only. So 1 2 is already identified D. So the other one must be A, right? So this is certainly A, and A is having initially 1 toffee and he has received 1 toffee. Fine. So okay. So now which numbers are remaining here? So 2 2s are gone. 2 2s are gone. I think 3 is remaining. 2 5s are gone. And 1 4 is remaining. 3 and 4 are remaining here, right? 1 3 and 1 is 3 and 1 is 4. Okay, 1 is 3 and 1 is 4. 1 is 3 and 1 is 4. Which one is having, which 4 1 is remaining? So B is already there. So I am left with F, who is having total 4, and I'm left with H, who is having total 3. Okay. So H is going to be in one of the two positions. So if H is here, by the way, this which names are still remaining here to be put? Let me see. F and H are to be in certainly these two places. F and H are certainly in these two places. So what about these two persons now? What are these two persons? These are both 5 wale, right? 5 wale kon hai? E and C. It is E and C. So these two persons are certainly E and C, right? Both with the total 5. Okay. So that is the situation right now. So E can't be at the 4th position, that we know. So this must be C certainly, and so this must be E, right? I hope that is fine. Okay. So that part is in. Now for these two persons, we know it should be F4H. So in what order and what would be the situation? Let's try to identify now. So regarding H, we had only one constraint, that it can't be at 4th position. That's fine. And H and E don't go together. That is also satisfied. So that part is also really satisfied. Now F and H need to be adjusted here. F and H need to be adjusted. I think again we can make cases. Okay, I'm using the red part. Let's see what happens. So let's assume this first part is F. If this first part is F, if this is F, in that case there must be 2 red toffees received, so that total comes out to be 4. ठीक है ना? And when a person receives 2 red toffees, a number of toffees is same, right? Number of toffees is same. That means this person must have 2 red toffees, 2 toffees, but color is different. So both must be yellow. Okay? Now if it is F, so this other person has to be H. And H had a total 3 toffees. That means H must have received 1 red toffee. Let's see whether it matches or not. When a person receives 1 red toffee, so when number of toffees is different, but number of toffees of the person, yes, it is different, but color must be same. This person must have same color, that is yellow. Okay. Again, when a person receives 1 toffee, so 1 toffee is received when a number of toffees is different from the person behind, but here the number of toffees is same. This is invalid. Achha, by the way, both are invalid because this person can never be having 1 toffee. So this is nothing to be checked. So this is confirmed that this is not a valid case. This one is the only valid case, right? That is clearly confirmed now. Now we can easily answer. I hope you're getting the whole idea. At the time of examination, we need to judge in that way that how much we need to solve, how much questions we can answer, and should we go for the further cases or not. Just by choosing one case, we can't be sure. By the way, it is not being valid because this case is being negated, because there's one part, because when a person is going to receive 1 trophy, the number of trophies of the person behind him must be different. But in this case, we had already identified that both are having 1 trophy initially. So that is the negation point, right? So, but unless we clarify that, so we may miss marks, right? So that's always advisable. So we make cases, and if we are short of time, in that case, whatever information we have reduced, just answer those many questions and move to the further set, right? Anyhow, so we have identified everything now. We are in a position to answer all the questions clearly now. So first question we have already we have left that. So but we have confirmed that it is only this case. So in this case, it was asking about the total number of trophies that Astha gave. That means this red trophies. Let's check out. So I'm again using which color? Let's continue with the red only. So 1 plus 3, 4, 4 and 4, 8, 8 and 4, 12, 12 and 4, 16 and 2, 18. So it is 18 certainly, right? It is not 19, it is 18 certainly. So option B is the right answer. Moving to the next question. Second question of this set. Okay, second question we have already answered. There was 2 yellow toffees. Third question also we have answered. Fourth question. Which of the following can be the toffees C had with him after Astha gave him the red toffees? That means final combination, final composition with C. Let's check out. Let's check out the case we have already identified. C के पास final क्या है? C is finally having a 1 orange and 4 red, right? 1 orange and 4 red. 1 orange and 4 red. 1 orange. 1 orange and 4 red, right? 1 orange and 4 red. This is certainly the answer. Other cases are not possible. So this 3, that is among the options, only 3, right? Option C is the right answer. Moving to the next question. What is the total number of toffees with first 4 persons in the queue before Astha gave them red toffees? So red toffees को छोड़ के initially whatever is that total number of toffees with the first 4 persons in the queue. Let's count that. Okay, so we are answering this fifth question now. So with first 4 persons, total number of initial toffees, so 2 and 2, 4 and 2, 6 and 1, 7, right? 2 plus 2, 4 and 2, 6 and 1, 7. So for this first, second, third, fourth, fifth question, answer is 7. And last question now, what is the difference between the total number of yellow toffees and the total number of orange toffees with all the students combined? Okay, we just need to find the difference of yellow and orange. Now, again, remember that whenever we are talking about the difference, so difference always means the positive difference. When it says difference between yellow toffees and orange, it does not mean that number of yellow toffees minus number of orange toffees. It may be, but it is not certain, because difference always means positive difference, right? If I suppose I ask you, what is the difference between your age and my age? So you will not subtract my age from your age. ठीक, आपके पास 10 रुपए हैं, मेरे पास 20 रुपए हैं. What is the difference of the amount between us? It's 10 rupees. You won't say minus 10, right? So always remember that whenever difference is being asked, difference means positive difference. Anyhow, let's check that. Yellow or orange में total difference कितना है? That was the last question, by the way. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So yellow or orange. So let's count. Yellow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The total 7 yellows, and orange 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 orange. The difference is 1. Right. So answer to the last question is the first question, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So answer to the last question is 1. That's it. Fine. Thank you very much.